Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is February 20th, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's get in here and see what's happening. Let's resize that. Let's maximize this quarterly chart and see what we see. We see green. The Russell is holding up pretty good. It dropped a little bit, no more than that what's expected with the Russell when it makes its moves and all, but it's holding up pretty good. It's still looking green. We're still in between the pivot and resistance 1 level. So again, we're still okay looking at the big picture. Monthly picture on this monthly chart, what we see here, we still see green. We're still above the 910 moving average. That's this blue line right here. We are still above pivot. We're still above R1. We have a little bit of a wick on here, still below at R2 on these quarterly pivots. So again, the Russell doesn't look bad at all at this time. Just zoom right in there where you can get a little bit better picture and that's what we see here. Let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there on this weekly chart. This weekly chart, the Russell had got into that whole chop thing like all the other indexes and stuff, whereas it had started going sideways, and it's still within that range and all. So this makes us up for some good trading. Hit. No trade recommendation, but when you see it in a range like that, there's some good things to sell. Hint. But don't get too crazy about that stuff at all, because this thing may pop out of there. And I remember that happened to me once, and then you roll for a couple of months, and you'll be okay. But no trade recommendation there. But this thing is really setting up with the VIX being kind of high. Also, there's some nice trading that's actually could be happening at this time But that's what I see here on this weekly chart. I do see us just going sideways. We're not going below pivot and we stand below an R1 level at this time. And that's what I see. But that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and go down to our daily noise and see what we see and wrap this on up. On our daily picture, let me zoom in here a little bit. That's good enough. That's good enough. We can see, this is what this whole chop thing that I have been saying, up, down, up, down. That was one day almost down. And this week we didn't really come up that much. We stayed below this previous week high here. We didn't break this low back here, and we might have stayed above the previous week low also. So that's making me think that we could be ready to go higher. The question that's going to be for next week, can we break this high? That's the whole thing. You can see that we got up here and we got some pretty good wicks on these candles every time this market tried to go up, and that selling pressure was all in place. But come next week, I do see us opening up above pivot. The question is, will we break an R1 next week and get to an R2 level next week? That's what we're going to be on the lookout for. I don't think this thing, it didn't quite go high enough, so they might be loading up to go higher. I don't think that this thing is consolidating to go lower, but I don't know. We have to kind of just wait and see. We don't want it come next week to break this low, and we're going to be looking for it to break this high. So break that to let us know it's breaking out. Break this. We could be breaking down, but we got to remember we got this low down here that might act as support. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have on the Russell at this time. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Subscribe, like, let me know what you think. Bye.